Hey everyone, this is Towelliee with TGN. Welcome to the Zcast, episode 4. And now we have seen alpha gameplay from the War Z, from my perspective. And I think now it's a little bit of time to do the thing that we love to do the most, right? Every time we're in a chat room or on the forums, what do? We compare. Oh, Towellee's playing WoW. What do you think about Guild Wars? Towelliee, you're playing War Z. What do you think about DayZ? Towelliee, blah, 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 blah. Compare random game to random game. And we all know we do it. And we love to do it. And it's a big part of the community. It's part of the drama when it comes to like two games in the same genre that, kind of play the same, might look the same, feel the same. So people start going crazy. But let's talk about it. Let's real talk it. Let's real talk it here on episode 4 of the Zcast. In the future, I'm going to try to see if I can have like other people on here with me, because usually any type of podcast usually involves 2 people. But I don't know. Usually I'm a one-man gang. Kind of like it that way. You tell me. All right, so got my hands on the War Z. They lifted the NDA. Was able to stream it. Wonderful. Like I had a great time playing it. I paid for the Survivor $24.99 mode, and Kook, who is a community manager for the War Z, hooked up with me afterward, said, hey man, great show, you're a beast, good stuff. Here, he gave me like free Pioneer keys, and I was giving those away. So what I'll do is for this Zcast here is I'll give away a Pioneer key. Just leave any comment down below and you'll be entered. And by the end of the week, what's today, the 7th? Oh, no, 3rd, holy shit. By the 10th, we'll draw a winner, and I'll let you guys know on my Twitter, so make sure to follow that. So let's get right down to it, the War Z. Now, we're going to compare War Z to DayZ Towelliee style, which is ghetto style, ad hoc. Like I don't organize my thoughts on a sheet of paper. I just talk whatever comes to my head. Most of it might be like inaccurate. Some of it might be accurate. Some of you might agree. Some of you might disagree. So let's talk about the graphics. Now, the biggest difference between War Z and DayZ for me was the graphics, okay? Now, on War Z, the graphics are very easy to adjust. The settings are like more up to date with like today's FPSs, third-person shooters, first-person shooters, whatever you want to call it. There was a few graphical glitches, like yesterday when I was playing, one of my zombies was like crawling on the ground and he was like under the pavement and shit, and I was like, well, I hope the zombies can't see me under the pavement. I was wrong. One of them ate my face open. But besides little graphical glitches, graphics are very easy to adjust. Low, high, medium, ultra. You can adjust certain settings. You can adjust, the normal stuff, the vertical sync, shading, whatever you want to call it. From a live stream perspective, I have to play it on low settings because ultra messes it up. But ultra off stream was amazing. It was awesome. Like the shadows, like the lighting, everything was perfect. Even at dark, it was very, very visible for me. Now, comparing that to DayZ, DayZ's graphics take a lot of like micromanagement, like you have to adjust the configuration file. You have to make sure all these little specific settings are correct, or if one of them is not correct, your graphics are going to suck balls and your FPS are going to drop to the ground. Like there's so many different settings to mess with, and the only way I was able to actually get DayZ's graphics to be good enough that I can stream with it was following a configuration file that Lyric guy from Twitch, a friend of mine, Lyric, I have to say it, I have to give you his professional name because some of you might not know we hang. And his configuration file is what helped me get my graphics in line. So comparing the graphic settings, the way everything looks, very easy to manage on War Z, very hard to manage for me on DayZ when I first started. Other than that, the thing that you'll notice about War Z that it's more like arcade style shooter, sandbox, survival, zombie game. Whereas DayZ is, I always felt like DayZ was more realistic looking. Even the the ambiance of the sound as you're walking around was always more, you felt more real, you felt more in danger when you were playing DayZ. I guess because of how everything looks around you. You also have to realize that DayZ is a bit older. I think their engine is older. And War Z is using like a modified version of the War Inc. engine. War Inc. is their first free-to-play first-person shooter that they developed before the War Z. So, yeah. But all in all, I mean, I was very pleased with how easy it was for me just to walk around and not glitch out or adjust my settings right with the snap of a finger. Very well done. More up to date with today's gaming. Love it. Zombies. I don't know, man. This is a tough one. The zombies in in the War Z, they can smell you, they can hear you, they can see you. Their aggro radius is very short for when you're standing around. It's almost like you're fighting a boss in WoW when you're up against a zombie in the War Z, right? Like their swing timer is very predictable. Like you know when they're gonna hit you, so you can just get out of the way and hit, get out of the way and hit. They don't. Once again, bringing back that realism to DayZ zombies, like they'll come up to you and then they'll just start fucking frantically swinging. Like you have no idea when the next swing is gonna come. You can see their body twitch and then a swing coming, but they've improved it a bit since then. But I mean, in terms of which ones I can't really say which zombie or which game has better zombies. But I do like the War Z zombies. I don't like the way they sound though. Oh, they sound terrible. Like. It like haunts my fucking dreams at night, hearing the zombies and the crickets. Oh, the sound. I mean, with the zombies, it seems like they're a lot smarter though in the War Z because they can detect you from far away. They can detect you from behind walls. If you just happen to be walking in an open area, you say, hey, this place looks fucking zombie free. Next thing you know, you're walking behind some fence, or you hear, and then you're like, oh shit, and then you have to like run away. But I don't know. For me, it's neutral on those. But the zombies in War Z are very they're more easier to attack. Instead of like DayZ, you have to like LOS them suckers if you have like a train of them following you. But right now there's like all these small bugs, even in like War Z, where you can just jump on a car with a melee weapon, aggro like 30 zombies, and then kill them all in one area. So things like that they'll probably end up fixing, I'm pretty sure. Now here's one big thing that leaned me a little bit more toward liking War Z at the moment over the current DayZ was the learning curve. You have stuff like the inventory, right? Oh my fucking god. Come on, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. The second you started playing DayZ, that inventory was like retarded. You were like, oh my god. Like you spent the first 4 hours just trying to figure out the basics of the inventory in whatchamacallit, in DayZ. War Z, much more friendly. When you pick up items, there's a small little cast timer, like a little global cooldown, 1.5 seconds, you pick up. And if there's other items around the item that you just picked up, you hold E, it'll pick up everything around you. Yeah, and one thing with the inventory is it has like these little like keybinds, like 1 through 6 on your main bar or on your main screen, and you can just move specific items that you want into that area. So you can move like bandages, food, and specific items into like 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's another thing. Also, we'll get into the inventory a little bit later, but back to the learning curve. So the second I started War Z, I felt comfortable. Snap of a finger. I smoke. I smoked. Did I just say I smoke? I smoke. What am I thinking about? Shit. Do I have to restart this? Smoking's not. I mean, I didn't really mean smokers. I don't smoke. But why did I say smoke? I don't know. I said smoke. Oh, back to the cast. Sorry. Anyway, the second I logged into War Z, I felt very comfortable, man. I felt like I can play this game. Maybe because I played War Inc. already and it just felt familiar. Not sure. But I started playing and I was like, wow, I'm getting into this. I pick up items, I press I, go into my inventory, drag items that I want onto my main hot bar. We'll just call it the hot bar. And if I need a bandage, I bandage quickly. That's pretty much it. The inventory was very easy to get used to. There's also a global inventory now. I don't know how we feel about this, but once again, we'll get back to the inventory later. So, learning curve with the game itself. We went through the inventory, weapons. Oh man, I'm already used to playing War Inc. So I was pretty familiar with just with navigating with the sniper gun. Like whenever I had an AS-50 in DayZ, I couldn't hit shit. I couldn't do anything with the goddamn weapon, because I suck balls at shooting in any type of realistic game. So, yeah, the learning curve is way, way easier for Warzy than DayZ, in my opinion, for like a complete noob who plays like World of Warcraft all day, every day, raids 5 nights a week, and then plays like shooter games once like every 2 weeks. Okay, so in that sense, just the use of weapons was pretty easy for me. I got like 5 kills in my first couple of hours of playing. Whenever I encountered somebody, like I said, going back to the visuals with the graphics, when I'm playing DayZ, it's really hard for me to catch people in the grass or catch them at a distance. But when I'm playing Warzy, I was able to spot people like really quick, and that made it easier for me to hunt them down, get propose a good strategy for myself to not die and get behind them, hammer a fuck your face them. The weapons, by the way, let's get to that right now. The weapons are pretty cool. I love all the melee weapons. The spiked bat, you got the hammer, you got the flashlight could be a weapon. You can melee zombies to death. You have to angle it though at a certain you have to angle it like up and to the right. Some weird angling shit that a few friends told me to do. But yeah, the weapons are pretty cool. I got my hand on a sniper rifle. I got the Boulder City, which is one of the little cities you can go into. In the middle of the city, there's a helicopter crash, and I was able to just get like this sniper gun. What was it called? The Blaster, I think it was. And I just ended up raping people with it. I loved it. But the PvP was pretty awesome too. What I noticed though, also about the PvP in the Warzy, God, people are such pussies, man. Like in DayZ, because I guess there's a voice thing, it's easier to troll people. But like in DayZ, it was always every man for himself. Yeah, you had your clan mates, you had your clan camps and shit like that. But like all I see right now in like the Warzy is like, hey, I see you from the building over here. Don't hurt me. I have a gun and a knife, and we can share, and then we can go out together, and we can shoot people together and have fun and stuff, and then meet up with other people, and then by the time we're done, all 40 people on the server will be friends, and we can just kill zombies all day. It's like, fuck that. Like, people were all being nice to each other in chat. Oh, don't be scared. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come outside. Oh, really? Well, what's your Skype name? You want to hang out? I was like, dude, the second I encountered anyone, I fucking blasted them. I didn't give a shit. People were like, hey, man, I'm unarmed. You're fucking stupid and you're a faggot. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You had a hammer in your hand. I'm gonna kill you. What the fuck? God, what's wrong with people in these games? Anyway, back to, what was I saying? Yeah, the weapons. So the weapons were pretty cool so far. I've encountered the shotgun, what was it called? The Mossberg, the Jericho 9mm, blaster, another sniper rifle, AA-12, MP5, M16. Is it M16? M4? M4 or M16 something? Oh, God, I don't know. But the weapons are pretty cool. Like I said, very easy to use, very easy to shoot with. Like I said, more arcade style. Whereas DayZ, for me, it was hell to shoot with those guns because it had a more realistic feel to it because it's supposed to be like a military simulator. Let's see. Oh, the safe house. Let's get to the safe house. Safe house, man. What do we think about the safe house? I don't know, guys. Safe house, thumbs up, thumbs down. You tell me in the comments. The safe house. I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it at all. I don't like the idea of you being safe from all types of harm. Yeah, when we watch movies like I Am Legend or 28 Days Later, whatever the hell you want to call it, there was always these safe houses, right, where people went, like a fortress where you could be protected by zombies. There's alarms going off. I mean, if they wanted to make it more realistic, they should have zombies attacking the safe house and then people like on turrets, fighting them off, randomly or whatever. Maybe they drop money. And people could like fight for money. I don't know. But I don't like the safe house idea. I really don't. I don't know if it's going to go live. I don't know if every server is going to have it. But the fact that you can just group up with your clan, okay? The fact that you can group up with your clan in the Warzy, exchange weapons, prepare yourselves without being touched, I hate that. I hate that a lot. And if you could do it on a private server, it's even better for you. In DayZ, you can't do that. If you're in a clan camp and you get raided, you get raided. There's no saving you. You can't run to a safe zone and protect yourself. There's no such thing. In DayZ, I used to remember, I think me and Shorty were playing once, and like these 4 guys were like trying to exchange weapons by a tree or something. They were just hanging out. They were exchanging weapons, putting them in each other's backpacks and shit. And all of a sudden, like we came up on them, we fucking blasted those fools, and we took their weapons and we jet. That's it. Like in the Warzy, it's kind of like, all right, well, we don't have to build any camps. Let's just go to the safe house, the safe zone, let's go ahead and exchange weapons. Do you need a sniper gun? Okay, I have one for you. You need a pistol? Okay, here's a pistol. All right, we all have food. We all have water. Let's venture out. And it's like, really? That doesn't really seem like it's a... I don't know. I guess I like the PvP more in these games than anything. And that kind of ruins it for me. Because I know that other clans will always be more prepared because they will have gone to a safe house, exchanged weapons, then go to the server they want to go to, and then continue on, fucking raping other clans or something like that. But don't agree with the safe house. I would take it out. Don't like it. I love the DayZ feel of it, where if you grouped up with your boys and you get raided, you fucking deal with it. You have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Now, let's go to the global inventory. So we all know how the DayZ inventory is. It's tedious. We don't like it. No one likes it. I hate it. And it sometimes it's good for you. Sometimes it's bad for you. Like in the War Z, I think it's too overpowering that you can basically just take your bandages and heal in the middle of a fight in a snap of a finger. Like in DayZ, if you're getting shot at, you just can't stop. Spam your number 3 and bandage yourself. You have to go into your inventory, bandage, get behind a tree. Hopefully the guy doesn't catch up to you and then smack you in the face with a fucking bullet, And like I said, kind of more realistic in RL. I don't think you could just run around and just bandage yourself while being shot at. And like in DayZ, you have to take cover, bandage. In War Z, it's in the middle of a gunfight. The good thing about War Z is that it has your health meter, so you know how low you're getting on HP. So all you have to do is just run around, bind your bandage to 3 or your painkillers to 3 or 4, and just spam it over and over, and then take cover, and then regroup yourself. So the healing is a little overpowering, and also with the skill tree coming to War Z. We'll see what happens. Maybe you have a faster bandage time. Maybe you get more health out of your bandages. I'm not sure. But I definitely do like the inventory system in general, being able to access certain things like bandages and ammo and stuff like that in DayZ better than War Z. War Z makes it a little bit too unrealistic, makes it more easier, more overpowering to heal yourself in a firefight. Because if you're with your boys, you can just tell the guy who's low on HP, hey, go hide over there, bandage, or run around and bandage like a moron, and then you're good to go. Last night I was playing by myself with a few friends, and I was able to survive a firefight for more than 3 minutes, running around aimlessly with no weapons, but I had 7 bandages on me. Now the global inventory, that's tricky. You can create up to, I think, 5 or 6 survivors on the War Z, right? And you can create these survivors, and then if they die, you have an hour time where you can't revive them or use them anymore. But you also have a global inventory. So let's say you're playing War Z with your friends, by yourself, whatever, forever alone. You have no friends. Maybe I don't have any friends, whatever. I'm always alone. And then what you do is you go, right? And you play. You pick up oh my God, I found 2 sniper rifles, 2 guns. You could just log out at a safe zone, take those guns, hide your way to a safe zone, book it there, open up your global inventory, exit out of the game, open up global inventory, and stash your weapons. It's like having the tent in DayZ. In DayZ, you had a tent. You had to hide your tents, though, right? You had to take your tents, you had to hide them, and then you had to put your weapons there. Hopefully no one finds it. And then you could come back the next day, get your weapons, continue forth. That's what the global inventory reminds me of. Except that the global inventory makes it so that even if your main character dies, you can create a new character and give that new character those weapons. So it's an easier version of the tent ordeal in DayZ. So in War Z, you can just go to your global inventory, stash all your guns, med kits. There's categories for each thing. There's tabs for everything. And then go back in with just a handgun and fuck around if you want to. And if you want to get serious, your clanmates want you to hook up because you're about to raid some fuckers because you saw them in Boulder City. You go in, you get your inventory, you get all jacked up, and you fucking go about your way. So the global inventory, do I agree with it? Do I like it? It's cool. It's cool to have for newbies like me, But like the whole, I like the idea in DayZ where you're able to build your tents and build your little camp and then protect it because there is no safe house to save you. So, yeah, that's my stance on a global inventory. Now, revived character. Whatever, man. I haven't played hardcore yet, but revived character is what it is. You know, your character dies. You can use the same guy if you want. I don't even know why you would want to use the same guy. I don't know. Maybe just because you like the name of the dude. I'm sorry. I just don't know. But right now, WarZ has been having a few issues. They've been getting some direct denial of service attacks, network attacks, and they've been working on it. They've been moving servers, but everything seems stable right now. That's pretty much going to cover it for this episode of the Zcast. Those are just like my quick thoughts on different aspects of the game. I mean, overall, you asked me, what do I like better, WarZ or DayZ? Like I said, for me, from a realism standpoint, DayZ reigns supreme, you know, in most aspects of how I like to play a sandbox survival game. But the WarZ is just so much fun because it's more fast paced. It has that arcade feel. It's very user friendly, very noob friendly, easy learning curve. You know, I feel like I can hang with my friends who are like DayZ experts and not suck complete ass, you know. So I kind of like that, and I'm going to continue playing the WarZ and seeing how it improves up until the release. But I'll put the information in my at the bottom down there. You're probably watching some gameplay as I'm talking about certain things. So yeah, that pretty much covers it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy this episode of the Zcast. I'll be uploading more stream footage from my live stream as videos of gameplay. Like I said, I wish I had more time to edit videos out, but days like today are the only times that I can do stuff like this. So let your friends know about the Zcast. If anyone wants to contribute videos or have video responses with your own shit, I don't mind, you know, hooking you all up. So double chest pound. This has been Towelliee with TGN Zcast out. Let me know what you guys think. DayZ or the WarZ. Peace.